What are you talking about? Stop playing.
Stop playing. Stop everything. This just happened, didn't it? Somebody needs to call Mona Scott Young ASAP because this reality TV drama just turned into a full-fledged crime scene. Kirk Frost and Mendeecees in handcuffs? Oh, this ain't no staged reunion fight. This is real life, front page news, straight up jail time drama. How did we go from messy relationships and cheating scandals to mugshots? Was Yandy the reason? Did Kendra snap? Or did somebody finally have enough of Kirk's never-ending nonsense? Witnesses say security didn't stand a chance. Chaos erupted, furniture went flying, fists were thrown, and now Kirk and Mendeecees are facing some serious legal trouble. Did Yandy come to Mendeecees' rescue? Is Rashida standing by Kirk's side through all this? And where in the world was young Jock? Don't even trip. We got all the details, all the leaked footage, and you won't believe how it all went down. So sit back, hit that like button, and let's dive straight into this insanity. Even though Kirk Frost and Mendeecees are big enough names to carry an entire season of Love and Hip Hop, this is next level. Are we really talking about two grown men, fathers, businessmen, getting arrested for a full-on nightclub brawl? You know Yandy, Kendra, and young Jock were somewhere nearby, adding fuel to the fire like it was Thanksgiving dinner. Let's not pretend the instigators weren't working overtime before things popped off. Before we even break down the details of this wild takedown, let's be real. Drama follows Mendeecees and Kirk like a shadow. Whether it's financial fraud, cheating scandals, or straight-up mess, these two stay in the headlines, but this time, this ain't just rumors. This is serious. The internet is in flames, the streets are buzzing, and even the police had to step in to shut it all down. So what exactly went down that led to them getting cuffed, booked, and slapped with charges? I promise you, this is reality TV gone completely off the rails. You better grab some popcorn because here's how it all started. It all popped off at a high-end nightclub in Atlanta, because of course it did. Kirk Frost, after years of proving he's the undisputed king of messy behavior, was caught getting way too comfortable with a woman who was definitely not Rashida. You'd think after all the public humiliation he'd learn, right? Nope. Laughing, drinking, whispering sweet nothings like his whole marriage wasn't at stake. Kirk was wildin'. Meanwhile, across the club, Mendeecees was already on edge. Word is, he and Yandy had been at each other's throats all day over. Something that happened on Love and Hip Hop's set. Apparently, Yandy was still holding on to that whole fake wedding scandal from years ago. You remember? That time Mendeecees let Yandy believe they were legally married only for her to find out the paperwork was never filed? Yeah, she hasn't forgotten. And from the way she was acting, she had no plans of letting him forget either. So, there's Mendeecees sitting in VIP already irritated. And then, boom, he spots Kirk. Not just Kirk, but Kirk all cozied up with another woman. Normally, Mendeecees wouldn't care, but in the world of reality TV, everything is about the drama. The last thing he needed was for Yandy to find out he saw Kirk creeping and didn't say a word. Especially since Yandy and Rashida are close. So what does Mendeecees do? He walks straight over to Kirk's section and lets loose. No warning, no build-up, just straight-up smoke. And Kirk? Oh, he tried to laugh it off like he always does. Come on, man, you know how it is, he told Mendeecees, like that was supposed to smooth things over. But Mendeecees wasn't having it. He started going off about how Kirk was embarrassing his family again, how Rashida didn't deserve this, and how Kirk should be ashamed of himself. And Kirk? Instead of shutting it down, he snapped back. Man, worry about your own marriage before coming at me. Oh, that was the wrong thing to say. Because if there's one thing about Mendeecees, he hates being reminded of his own mess. And Kirk? He hit that nerve. Just like that, all hell broke loose. Security tried to step in as Mendeecees lunged at Kirk. Drinks went flying, people were screaming. It was chaos. And guess who was right in the middle of it? Young Jock. Yes, young Jock, of all people, trying to break things up. Now, why was he even there? That's a mystery we may never solve. But one thing's for sure, he made everything worse. Instead of calming things down, Jock started running his mouth. Man, y'all gotta chill. Kirk's been wildin' out for years. And just like that, Mendeecees turned his attention straight to Jock. The club exploded into pure madness. Tables flipping, security struggling, people pulling out their phones to record the whole thing. And just when it seemed like things couldn't get any crazier, Kendra walked in. Sis should have stayed home. But nope, she stepped right into the fire. And the moment she saw Kirk with that woman, oh, it was over. Her face said it all. Pure shock. Not only was her husband in the middle of a brawl, but she knew the woman Kirk was with. And just like that, the drama went from a 10 to 100 real quick. Kendra lost it. She started screaming, pointing fingers, causing such a scene that the police arrived before security could even get control. And that, my friends, is how Kirk Frost and Mendeecees ended up in handcuffs, looking like two fools who couldn't control their hands or their egos. As blue and red lights flooded the nightclub, security was exhausted from trying and failing to break up the fight. People scrambled, phones recorded every second, and right in the middle of it all, Kirk and Mendeecees were still talking trash. But now, they were in serious trouble. The Atlanta Police Department was not playing. They took one look at the scene, tables flipped, drinks spilled, people screaming, and immediately started making arrests. And guess who they grabbed first? That's right, Kirk and Mendeecees. And let's be real, Mendeecees' heart had to drop when he saw those cops coming. The man has been dealing with legal drama for years. The last thing he needed was to be put in handcuffs again. But Kirk? Oh, he still thought he could talk his way out of it. Come on, man, this ain't nothing, just a small miscommunication, he told the officers. But the police weren't buying it, especially since multiple witnesses had already confirmed that Kirk and Mendeecees started the whole thing. And just when it seemed like Kirk and Mendeecees were the only ones going down, things took another turn. Remember Kendra? Oh, she wasn't done. While the cops were dealing with Kirk and Mendeecees, she tried to swing on the woman Kirk was with. Yep, you heard that right. Kendra, who's supposed to be the classy, put-together lawyer, completely lost it. Security had to hold her back, and at that point the police had enough. That's it, she's coming with us too, one of them yelled. And just like that, Kendra was thrown into the squad car right next to her husband. And Yandy? She watched the entire thing unfold like she was at a movie premiere. But was she about to let Mendeecees get arrested without causing a scene? You already know she had something to say. Now, Kirk, Meezy, and Kendra are all locked up, and let me tell you, the internet completely lost its mind the second those mugshots hit the timeline. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, every platform erupted with memes, reactions, and endless roasting. Kirk was getting dragged for cheating yet again. Macy was being clowned for going from Atlanta's most unbothered husband to a full-blown street. Preacher turned jailbird, and Kendra? Oh, they shredded her for filth. One viral tweet summed it up perfectly. Kendra out here fighting side chicks while her man is grinning in jail like it's a family reunion photo. And let's not forget, someone else said, somebody tell Kirk that Rashida ain't saving him this time. Speaking of Rashida, what role did she play in all of this? Well, sources say she was minding her business, as always. But the second she got that call about Kirk's arrest, oh baby, she snapped. Insiders say Rashida was done. Like, pack your bags, we're getting a divorce done. And honestly, can you blame her? Kirk has been embarrassing this woman for years. Eventually, enough is enough. But Kirk, being Kirk, thought he could fix it. This man had the audacity to call Rashida from jail with the same tired excuses he's been using for a decade. And guess what Rashida did? Hung. Up. On. Him. Yes. Sources say she didn't even let him finish his sentence, just hit him with a click and went on about her day. And honestly, good for her, because if Kirk hasn't learned by now, he never will. Now, let's get back to the jail situation. Kirk, Meezy, and Kendra were all sitting behind bars, waiting to find out what charges they were actually facing. And baby, the L was long. Disorderly conduct, public intoxication, disturbing the peace, resisting arrest. And Kendra? Oh, she got hit with an extra charge, attempted assault. At this point, everyone was scrambling to figure out who was posting bail first. And let's just say, not everybody was feeling generous. Word on the street is that Yandy refused to bail Messi out right away. Yep, you heard that right. She was furious and wanted him to sit there and think about his actions for a while. As for Kirk, he was counting on Rashida, but after that phone call, yeah, he needed to start rethinking his entire life. And Kendra? Well, sources say young. Jock was working behind the scenes to get her out. Because let's be real, if Kendra had to spend even one night in jail, Jock was gonna wake up to divorce papers by morning. Meanwhile, the internet was still eating up every second of this mess. Reality stars were chiming in, fans were comparing their mugshots side by side, and even some celebrities couldn't help but jump in on the drama. One of the wildest comments? 50 Cent hopped on Instagram and said, "Man, love and hip-hop got more arrests than the Super Bowl." And honestly, he wasn't lying. But here's the real gag. The judge was not about to let them off easy, because this wasn't just some random drama. There were witnesses, there was video footage, and it all went down at an elite club. And the moment the judge watched that footage, oh, the entire courtroom vibe shifted. You could feel the energy change immediately. The footage caught everything. Kirk wilding out, Mendeecees throwing hands, Kendra trying to fight off exhausted security, and police stepping in like they were breaking up a WWE SmackDown match. And if that wasn't enough, the audio caught everything too. "You don't want these troubles, bro," Mendeecees shouted. "You got me effed up, man. Watch yourself," Kirk barked back. "I know you did not just disrespect me like that," Kendra screamed. "Oh, baby." This was way past just some little club altercation. This was concrete proof, and the judge, not impressed. They looked over their glasses as soon as the video ended and said, "Let me get this straight. You three grown adults thought bringing a WWE SmackDown event to an upscale nightclub was appropriate?" Kendra, Kirk, and Mendeecees sat there looking like three kids caught stealing candy. Then the judge started breaking it down. First up, Mendeecees. "Mr. Harris," the judge said, staring him down, "you've had prior legal troubles. You've been trying to keep clean. And now you're back in my courtroom. For what? A nightclub brawl?" Mendeecees, trying to keep his cool, started, "Your Honor, it wasn't like that. I was just..." "Oh no, it was exactly like that. Because I just saw the footage." Boom. The judge shut him down immediately. Then it was Kirk's turn. And baby, the judge was ready. "Mr. Frost, I almost feel embarrassed for you. You're a middle-aged man out here acting like a reckless teenager, causing scenes in clubs. And let's not forget, you are the reason this whole thing started. Your reckless decisions, your inability to stay loyal, your complete lack of self-control." Kirk had nothing to say. He just sat there, looking like he wanted to disappear. And then Kendra. Now let's not forget, Kendra is an attorney. She knows the law. She's supposed to be the responsible one. So when the judge got to her, oh, she was feeling it. "You are a court officer, Mrs. Robinson. Your job is to uphold the law, not break it. I just watched you try to physically assault." Another woman. "Do you have any idea how unprofessional and downright ridiculous that looks?" Kendra knew she messed up. She was fighting back tears. Then the judge hit them with their sentencing. Kirk Frost, $10,000 in fines, mandatory anger management, and infidelity counseling. Yes, infidelity counseling. The courtroom exploded. Mendeecees, considering his prior record, 30 days in county jail. Maybe some time away from the nightlife will help you rethink your decisions. And Kendra? A $5,000 fine, professional probation, and a rehabilitation program for public misconduct. And if she slips up again, she risks losing her law license. It was a wrap. Mendeecees was fuming, muttering, "This is some bull," before Yandy elbowed him and whispered, "Boy, shut up before they add more time." Kirk? He looked sick. The only thing on his mind? How am I going to explain this to Rashida? And Kendra? Baby, she was 2 seconds away from a full meltdown. But let me tell you, Rashida was already moving. Because while Kirk was sitting in that courtroom looking dumb, Rashida was out here posting cryptic Instagram messages. A queen knows when to walk away. There's no negotiating respect. Some people will never change. Oh yeah, she was done. Fans were eating this up. Twitter was on fire with tweets like, "Bro went from I am the man of the house to I am in court for acting a fool real quick." And the memes? Iconic. So what comes next? Kirk is scrambling to fix his marriage. Mendeecees is counting down the days until his release. Kendra is praying her legal career survives. And Rashida? Oh baby, she is out. So tell me, whose side are y'all on? Is this really the end for Kirk and Rashida? Will Kendra lose her law license? And did Mendeecees deserve that 30-day sentence? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Because this tea, it's still boiling. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming. Next!